This is Charles Watson, and I'm getting ready to shoot my video for my informative speech, and I have 5 audience members, 5 adults, and I will pass the camera off so that my wife can do the recording.
Come over here, Mama.
Hello, my name is Charles Watson. I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to talk to you about gun control. Remember, this is an informative speech. This is not a get you to go one way or the other type of speech, but just to pass out information about the Bill of Rights, Second Amendment to the states. Well, guarantees that a well-regulated militia is necessary to the security of the free state. The rights of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. Now, the density of guns in America is pretty high. In America, we have about 90 guns for every 100 people. And we have pros and cons. It's one of the most talked about and debated subjects in America right now, is the right of people to have and to bear arms. Some of the pros of owning a gun would be both direct and indirect violence would be greatly reduced if everybody would have the right to bear an arm. With gun control, the state governments could add special stipulations that would make it hard for good law-abiding citizens to get a gun. The criminals would have them, but we would. Weapons like high-powered rifles and machine guns, we can understand why some of the opponents to gun control say, what do you need a high-powered rifle for? Why do you have to have an AR-15 or M16? But the Second Amendment of the Constitution guarantees us that right to have any type of gun we want. Now, there are a lot of laws in place that say that we can't get those types of guns. Can you come just a little bit closer so I make sure you can hear me? Guns are used 2.5 million times a year in self-defense. The mere sight of a gun could be a warning for some people. And I brought along with me a poster of some people and some of the reasons why we carry guns and what some of the opponents have to say. This gun would be an XPS. It's a slim. It can come in a 9mm or 45. You can carry it in your pocket. And I think this lady in the middle here says it all. She says, I carry, it's my choice, it's my right, it's my Taurus. I mean, you know, and then you have the opponents of gun control.
A woman with a gun's almost right.
You have opponents of gun control that say that a gun such as this AR-15 down here in the corner, why would anybody say that we're going to use that for hunting or anything else? So how can you defend your home with that?
But we're veterans. That's exactly what we did. We used it for hunting.
You used it for
hunting? It might have been two-legged hunting, but that's what we were told to do with it. We didn't like what we did. I mean, there's lots of pros and cons, you're right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. There's pros and cons to everything.
I think it's right down any weapon you choose, as long as it's legal.
As long as you don't go out there pulling a Michael gun.
Some of the current laws, let me get you guys back on track. Some of the current laws involving gun control would be the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, which mandates that we have to have federal background checks in order to have guns, which is a good one. I think everybody should have a background check. Make sure everybody. Gun-free school zone act. No one can bring a gun or firearm or pistol into a school.
I like that.
Protection of law, commerce, and arms acts to prevent gun makers from being sued in certain cases when a gun has been used illegally by the criminal element. Undetectable Firearms Act, illegal to possess a firearm not detectable through a metal detector. And the federal assault weapons ban on manufacture of certain assault weapons expired in 2004 though. So now all these assault rifles, such as the one I pointed out here, average citizen can own it now. Whereas in 2004, we couldn't. They are now attempting to pass new legislation at the national level for gun control. It has failed again and again. At the state level, states have succeeded in passing laws for either side, both pros and cons. More conservative states like Wyoming, Texas, Alaska, and Missouri have succeeded in passing nullification laws which would make unconstitutional gun laws passed by Congress null and void within their state boundaries. So whatever the feds do, states like Texas and other places are saying, we don't care.
Yeah,
We're not going to enforce it. We're going to let people have their guns if they want to.
You ain't taking them guns away from Texas. We're all out.
And let's talk about public opinion real quick. Americans remain divided over the subject. I mean, we have the pros and cons. People are for and against. In a poll taken by CNN in November of 2013, 49% of Americans said they would like stricter gun laws. 50% said they did not want any stricter laws. So it's split right down the middle. Two parties strongly, the two political parties that we have in power mostly, they contrast too. 71% of the Democrats are in favor of stricter laws, while 65% of the Democrats oppose it. So it's the same way with the Republicans. It's split right down the middle. It's hard to tell. I think that arguments for armed citizens could overall have the tools that they need to take action if they were being accosted. I guess in summary, I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity and listening to me. Again, gun control is highly controversial. Supporters believe that more laws and regulations could prevent crime. Opponents believe that it's our rights as citizens, and that's protected by the Second Amendment, which it gets gray there. The opponents say that it says a militia, and the people that are for say that it says our rights won't be infringed upon. So it's a double-edged sword. It depends on how you interpret the Second Amendment. And they also believe that existing laws are adequate to address the issue of gun control. Any further laws would make it difficult for the average citizens like you and I to go out and purchase a gun legally. So I thank you for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, it was just an
I wish you all the
informative.
best of luck.